Level 1. Tragic fall of tourist couple at waterfall. On June 2, 2024, a heartbreaking incident occurred at Shiren Gorge in Huangyan, Taizhou, Zhejiang Province, southern China, captured in a viral video. Around 12:30 p.m. on a Sunday, a man and woman, believed to be a couple, were crossing a powerful water current above a waterfall. Aided by a rope held by others on both sides, part of a tourist group exploring the mountainous area, their attempt to cross went horribly wrong. The woman slipped, losing her balance. Despite struggling to regain control with the rope, she slid closer to the edge of the waterfall. The man, likely her husband, rushed to grab her hand and pull her up, while a third person tried to secure the rope. Her situation worsened, with her head and body submerged under the rushing water. The man clung to her desperately, but his efforts pulled him down too. Multiple people gripped the rope from both sides, straining to hold it as the couple intermittently disappeared under the water. The scene was chaotic, with onlookers screaming in fear and uncertainty gripping everyone. The relentless current threatened to tear the rope, and after a tense struggle, it snapped. The couple, barely visible in the camera frame under the water's force, was swept away and fell. Rescue teams, including firefighters, were dispatched, but heavy rainfall and intensified water flow made the search grueling. Tragically, the bodies of both were later found in the water, turning a scenic outing into a deadly nightmare. Level 2. Child rescued from near death. On November 12, 2022, a terrifying incident occurred in Zibo, Shandong Province, eastern China, captured by onlookers and widely viral. A 2-year-old boy was seen dangling from the 4th floor of a building, his head caught between the bars of the window guard. The child had no control, unable to free himself. His parents were absent, and his grandmother, who had stepped out to chase his older sibling, was locked out, having forgotten her key. The boy had climbed out the window and slipped, trapping his head. 2 men were visible in the footage, attempting to reach him from the 3rd floor window below, stretching desperately to grab his legs. The situation was dire, with neighbors and onlookers watching anxiously, some screaming in fear. The boy struggled for minutes, occasionally trying to pull himself up but lacking the strength. The men tried placing a small stool under his feet to relieve pressure on his neck, but it didn't work. They stacked another stool, but the boy slipped again, worsening his predicament. The risk of falling or choking was imminent. Finally, 2 neighbors broke into the apartment, rushing to the window to rescue the boy just in time. Fortunately, he sustained no serious injuries, though he was deeply frightened. One of the rescuers injured their hand, requiring stitches. The collective effort of neighbors refusing to wait idly for firefighters was commendable, preventing a potentially tragic outcome. Girl rescued from apartment fire. On January 29, 2022, a fire broke out in a building in the Chertonovo district of Moscow, Russia. Irina Yerpurleva, an 18-year-old, was in a 9th floor apartment with her boyfriend, Timur Zakirov, 20, and their university friend, Adil Akhmatsionov, 21, when a short circuit sparked a rapidly spreading fire. The two young men quickly decided to escape through the window to the 8th floor unit below, hanging from the ledge and kicking at the lower window. Fortunately, the resident was home, opened the window, and let them in. But Irina, paralyzed by fear and shock, remained trapped above, her life in danger. Unwilling to abandon her, Timur and Adel positioned themselves at the 8th floor window's edge, risking their own lives to save her. They shouted instructions to Irina while balancing precariously to avoid falling from the 8th floor. Onlookers below filmed some screaming in fear as thick black smoke poured from the 9th floor windows. With the fire intensifying, Irina had no choice but to act or burn alive. Gathering her courage, she focused on Timur and Adel, who stood with arms outstretched to catch her. Clutching the window ledge, she lowered herself by her legs. After a tense moment, they successfully grabbed her and pulled her to safety. All three escaped the building unharmed, though the men sustained minor burns and cuts on their hands. The fire engulfed the 9th floor unit moments after Irina's rescue, underscoring how close they came to disaster. Any delay could have led to a tragic outcome. Level 3. Strange man at the door. On Saturday, January 5, 2019, an odd and disturbing incident occurred at a home in Salinas, California, USA, recorded by a doorbell camera. Roberto Daniel Arroyo, a 33-year-old man with a criminal history, was caught licking the doorbell for an astonishing 3 hours. The video, which went viral, showed him repeatedly licking the device, pausing occasionally to rest, and making unsettling eye contact with the camera. His motive remains unclear, leaving questions about what message he intended for the homeowners. The family's parents were not home, but their children were asleep inside, unaware of the man's presence, and fortunately unharmed. Arroyo also reportedly urinated in the garden and wandered the front yards of other nearby homes. While no one was physically hurt, his bizarre and repulsive behavior was deeply unsettling, capable of disturbing any viewer. Level 4. Bizarre altercation in Manhattan subway. In August 2019, a strange confrontation unfolded at the 34th Street subway station in Manhattan, New York City, escalating into a violent brawl. Two passengers, seemingly in a heated argument, are seen in a video, one outside the train, the other inside behind closed doors, still exchanging words. The man outside spits twice through the partially open doors onto the face of the man inside. Thinking he's won the dispute and the train will soon depart, he stands smugly on the platform, but he's gravely mistaken. The man inside, enraged by the disrespect, forces the train doors open with his hands and storms out to confront the spitter. In a fury, he tackles the younger man, throwing him to the ground and pummeling him with punches to avenge the humiliating act. Onlookers watch in shock, unsure how to react. Some try to intervene, but the person filming, surprisingly, encourages them to let the man finish. Arguing that the spitter deserved it for his vile act. Eventually, with the younger man lying dazed or unconscious on the platform, the attacker, having vented his rage, grabs his phone and leaves. This brutal fight could have been avoided if either party had de-escalated sooner. Level 5. Hostage attempt and a quick-witted cashier. In February 2024, a YouTube video went viral, capturing a tense incident at a store in an East Asian country, recorded by CCTV. The young girl enters the shop and chats with the cashier. A young woman. Behind the girl, a car stops and a suspicious woman wearing sunglasses steps out, watching her closely. While the girl leans against a freezer, talking to the cashier, the stranger lingers outside, trying to appear casual, but keeping the girl in sight. The cashier briefly steps inside, leaving the girl waiting. The stranger seizes the moment, approaching the girl, touching her ponytail, and making small talk about ice cream while gesturing toward the store. The girl responds but seems uneasy, trying to keep her distance. As the cashier returns with the girl's items, the stranger backs off, pacing suspiciously. This pattern repeats. The cashier steps away. The stranger approaches, but fails to gain the girl's trust. The situation escalates when a man who had dropped the woman off earlier returns and opens the car's back door, pretending they're unconnected. It's clear they're accomplices waiting to abduct the girl after her purchase. The cashier, however, turns the tables. While ringing up the items, she notices the suspicious behavior and grows wary. Instead of returning inside after handing the girl her bag, she swiftly follows her, escorting her away from the store. This quick thinking foils the stranger's plan, and they flee in their car. The cashier's alertness and bravery likely saved the girl from a horrific fate. She continues to accompany her, ensuring she reaches home safely. Such incidents targeting children occur worldwide, but few are thwarted by the quick awareness of adults like this cashier. Level 6. Car fire and brave truck driver. On Monday, August 11, 2014, a devastating accident occurred on Interstate 10 near Biloxi, Mississippi, USA. David Fredrickson, a truck driver, was traveling with a friend when a violent crash unfolded meters ahead, captured by his truck's dash cam.
Whoa, hang on. Auto Parts and Napa Auto Parts stores nationwide or online at mechanics.com.
The car collided heavily with a fuel tanker, triggering a massive explosion and engulfing the car in flames. Stunned, David braked, and after consulting his hesitant friend, decided he couldn't just watch like other drivers. Grabbing a fire extinguisher from his truck, he approached the burning vehicle. In a later interview, David admitted to a mix of confusion and dread, fearing he'd encounter severely burned victims, a sight he wasn't sure he could handle.
And I pulled the pin, just automatically. I was praying, God, please don't let me have to deal with somebody halfway burned alive screaming. I didn't want to see anything like that.
Thick smoke obscured the scene, amplifying the terror. Undeterred, David reached the car and found an elderly woman driver, her legs broken and trapped, unable to open the door. Using the extinguisher to douse some flames, he tried the driver's door but found it jammed. He managed to open the opposite door and discovered a 1-year-old girl, likely the driver's granddaughter, unharmed in the back seat. David's selfless act inspired others, and several bystanders joined him, rushing to help. David quickly carried the child to safety, while others worked to free the woman. Both were moved to a safe spot away from the now fully engulfed car. Police and firefighters arrived soon after. Had David and the others hesitated, the woman and child might have perished in the flames. Miraculously, no serious injuries were reported, and the incident ended without fatalities. In his interview, David recalled that his hands didn't burn despite handling the fire, as if the flames weren't hot.
I didn't burn my hands. It wasn't hot. I mean, I do believe that he protected me and protected them.
He believed divine protection guided him to safe lives, convinced that the woman and child were also under such care. Level 7. Unlucky Uber driver. On the night of February 10, 2022, a horrific incident occurred in Pitcairn, Pennsylvania, USA, involving an Uber driver captured by her car's dash cam. Christina Spikusa, a 38-year-old mother of 4, picked up a passenger around 9 p.m., a man wearing a suspicious mask. Calvin Crew, a 24-year-old, displayed odd behavior from the start, responding vaguely to Christina's greetings and questions, though she initially dismissed it. As they neared the destination, a desolate tree-lined road leading to Monroeville, Crew shifted closer to her in the backseat. Too late. Christina grew suspicious. Suddenly, Crew pulled a gun, pressed it to her head, grabbed her ponytail, and ordered her to keep driving.
What are you doing?
This is a gun. Keep driving.
No, it's not. Stop. Come on, man. I got a family. What are you doing?
I got a family too. Now drive.
What are you doing?
Drive.
Please stop.
Drive the car, miss.
I have 4 kids. What are you doing?
Despite her attempts to reason with him, pleading that she had a family, the unyielding Crew ignored her, demanding compliance. He took her phone to prevent her from calling for help and noticed the dash cam, shutting it off, ending the footage. Tragically, Christina's body was found 2 days later in the wooded area, with the gunshot wound to the back of her head. Her car was recovered, allowing police to retrieve the dash cam footage and find Crew's fingerprints inside. 5 days later, Crew was arrested, revealed to have attempted to access Christina's banking apps to steal from her. In February 2025, he was convicted of kidnapping, robbery, and murder, sentenced to life without parole. Christina's family and lawyers stated they did not pursue the death penalty, satisfied with the life sentence.
Christina, a Christian, would not approve of it. We didn't lose my sister, you took her from us.